Now that we know how a single gray level image becomes a matrix of numbers, it is time to take a statistical perspective. Each pixel corresponds to a variable. If your camera is a 13 megapixel camera, then it is equipped with as many light intensity sensors, one per pixel arranged in a rectangular grid. At each snap, each of these sensors makes one measurement. The result of each measurement is a variable. Just as for a person, height is a variable, blood pressure is another variable, just like that. In fact, these are random variables. As for any other types of measurement, the randomness comes from two sources. The quantity being measured may itself change randomly. For example, if you take 3 photos of my face within 5 seconds, my facial expression, position of the iris, layout of the hair will all change a little bit from one photo to another. Well, not for my hair. Then the measurement process itself introduces random errors. If you take 3 photos of the same absolutely static object, like say scanning an image, even then the pixel values fluctuate a bit from one photo to another. Thus, an m by n image is basically one realization of mn random variables. When we take another photo of the same size, we get another set of realizations of the same variables. Now, the customary data layout used in statistics is a data matrix, where the columns denote the variables and the rows denote the cases. So, if we take 10 photos, each of size 100 by 200, then we get our data matrix with 10 rows, just 10 rows, one per photo, and 2 0 0 0 0 columns, 200 times 100 columns. Let us create this data matrix in R from actual photos. Well, here are the photographs of the different faces that I have. I have 5 photos of each person, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 persons. So each row consists of photos of the same person, and just notice how the names are given. First the gender, female, then a dot, then the name of the person and page, then the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each person, dot JPEG. So all the files are named in this particular way and they are in a certain folder. I need to load all these things and create one big data matrix. I am going to show how I am going to do it. Well, first of all, here's the R code. I first load the JPEG library. Now I am writing a function which I have just given the name load images. So load images is a function. Within braces I am writing the function. The first thing is I need to create a list of all the names. So I create a list of names, name equal to C. This will create a vector. Male.pa, male.ps, etc. So all the male names followed by all the female names. Just see that these are the names. For example, I have and page, I have Asamma. So I created a list of all those names. And page, Asamma. Then, in order to create the file name, I have to append the number and .jpeg. I am going to do that later. Now, each of this picture is a 200 by 180 thing. So, I need my data matrix to have 200 times 180 columns. So, n col is this. 50 photos. So, n row equal to 10 times 5. And I am filling the matrix with just zeros. So, matrix 0, this is the number of row, number of column, I call that X. So X is going to be my data matrix which I am going to fill in. I start a counter K at 0. Now I am doing the loop, the K loop, it's a for loop. There is a loop in I in 1 colon 10 means 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. This is for the person and the J loop is for the photo inside a person. So J from 1 to 5. I am increasing the K counter. Then, so K counter means the particular row of the data matrix that I plan to fill up. Now I create the file name. See how I am creating the file name? I am first giving the huge name of the folder where I have kept all my pictures, followed by name I, and this is the ith name that I am taking. Remember, I is the variable for the name, followed by a dot, followed by J, the number of the photo within that person, followed by a dot JPEG, and I have written sep equal to empty space, that is, it will paste all these things. So paste will concatenate everything, and the resulting thing will have all the strings put together without any intervening space. Now that I have got the file name, I am reading it, read JPEG file name. That gives me a matrix. I am converting it to a vector. It is unwrapping the matrix column by column as dot vector and putting that vector in the kth row of my data matrix. And finally, I am returning X. So let's quickly do that. So I will just load this function. And now all that I have to do is I have to say X equal to load images. That's it. Let's see, dim X, that is 50 by 36,000. So that is the thing that I'm getting. And if I want to see it, well, it's a huge thing. I really do not want to see all these things, so I will just truncate it. So this is how I create the data matrix from a bunch of photos.